Oh, what do you think about this matchup of Salamangreat versus Eldritch?
Eldritch still particularly my favorite to win this, just because of the sheer strength of it. But the Salamangreat player, if the cards fall his way, then he could absolutely take it down. I just think he's on the back foot with his type of deck, especially since his opponent is playing Nibiru in this match. He's also playing Fantastical Dragon Fantasy Main as well, which is good against any kind of link strategy.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. I'm really quite sad though that we had Zombies and Grand Maju against each other, because those were my kind of favorites to win, just because they were so off the wall. But Doc 7 is gonna be living the dream. He's gonna keep it going. And,
he could just get there and just haymaker people out of this with giant Grand Magi. He hasn't even actually played a Grand Magi in this tournament.
Yeah, that's a good point. We saw Eater of Millions, but we actually haven't seen Gren at all. Oh, it's just wonderful.
He'll show up eventually.
Yeah. So I think our players are just still getting ready. But that gives us a chance to load up their deck lists and see what they're playing, if they've got any kind of especially cool text that we aren't seeing in the other decks. So, but Vohlt, sorry, he's the one playing Eldritch. He's playing the Auroradon strategy with Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. Obviously, the Auroradon strategy. Thanks for that, Luke. Great analysis. He's playing fairly kind of normal synchro-related stuff as well.
Yeah, he's playing the synchro Eldritch deck. Pretty straightforward. Has access to all those really powerful combos. A ridiculous number of hand traps to shut the opponent down. We've got Ash Blossom, DD Crow, Effect Veiler, Fantastical Dragon, Fantasy May, Nibiru. Just a huge amount of interaction for his opponent. And then I
never realized how hard that card name was to say.
Oh, Fantasime.
Fantastical Dragon Phantasme.
Yeah, that's it is a bit of a mouthful.
Certainly a fantastic name.
Yeah, very, very strong deck, and it's playing the synchro version with TG Hyper Librarian. Going to be able to set up quite a bit of nonsense to contest with, especially strong going first.
Yeah.
Versus a Salamangreat deck. And the Salamangreat deck does have Salamangreat Rage, which is very good at picking off lots of back row, but even against the Eldritch deck, clearing it out, your opponent can't just refresh them.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little bit less effective clearing out your opponent's back row. Alright, so should we head on over, Luke?
We should. Let's do it. Without further ado, let's get over and see where this match goes. We saw quite a lot of destruction happening from this Salamangreat player during his first round.
Yeah, he just played like the Nibiru didn't exist, and it didn't in that particular game.
It didn't.
9 versus 6. So
we keep getting it where people are winning just by like one point on the die roll. That's amazing.
Yeah, Vulkanos getting to start, which is a great place for him. His deck plays literally no ways to play around Nibiru, so he has to just pretend it isn't the card.
Yeah, Matt? What are you talking about? What is Nibiru? I've never even heard of this.
It's a. If I got in a time machine and went back in time and explained this card to you, you'd probably think that's crazy. They'd never print it. And if I went really far back, it would actually be a bad card. You'd be like, no one can special summon 5 times in a turn. Who would ever play this? Why would I give my opponent a token that has so many attack points?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Plot Desire, straight into Flame Buffalo. And Buffalo into Baylink, draw some cards.
So thinking about this matchup, who do you think has got the advantage here?
Well, I'll probably be able to answer that a little bit better after Vulkanos gets through his setup. If he can actually establish himself a field, we got a bit of a game going on. But obviously, Vohlt has so much interaction in his deck. The chances that he's opened absolutely zero ways to interact with his opponent is incredibly unlikely.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just drawn all of his Eldritch Trap cards. That would be horrendously bad, but
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that because we had a similar theme before where we were really struggling with ratios. Which one was it now? It was the Musketeers, Magical Musketeers. We were really. I remember when we were theory crafting through those, we were struggling with ratios because we needed to draw, the kind of combos together. Does Eldritch have that same issue? Do you think?
The thing is a lot of their cards, like Cursed Eldland, let you search for the other cards you need to then start getting everything going.
Okay.
So it's not like the cards are completely useless if you draw them without the other half of the deck.
Okay.
So it's not like with Magical Musketeers, where if I open a handful of Magical Musketeers, I wasn't doing anything. Whereas if I open a bunch of, if I played Magical Musketeers and opened all of the special types of shots, the trick shots that they were doing, then I can't actually do it. They're just like really bad cards. And then we go to see Fantasime increasing the odds for more interaction and throwing out the least useful card in your hand back to the deck. I've seen an Ash Blossom come down as well.
Yep, that's always gonna slow somebody down. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm really excited to see Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't even mind what it is. I'm just getting excited that we're getting to see some Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's been a real treat after everything that's been going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually got my little, which I don't usually get to take to events. I've got my kind of special collection of cards that I keep at home. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think I've got to tell you. And we're gonna be able to tell you with witnesses of thousands on the internet, Matt. So
okay, I'm worried.
Do you remember? No, you shouldn't be worried. Do you remember that there was a very specific card in a very specific rarity that I'd been searching for years?
Was that the Japanese dual terminal Trishula?
Not just the dual terminal one, but yes, you're right. It was the dual terminal collection Trishula that I had been searching for well over 5 years. It was ever since the 2014 World Championships that I was looking for it, because I saw somebody with that rarity playing Evil Swarm at that World Championships, and I finally managed to get my hands on one. I had to wait a very long time to have it shipped from Japan, but I finally managed to get a hold of one, and I'm really, really happy with it. That
must have set you back a pretty penny.
It did, but I've been wanting it for so many years now that yeah, I finally got myself one. I've got almost. I think I've not checked. I've just been happy looking at my Trishula, but I've got almost the whole collection now of my favorite Ice Barrier monsters in the dual terminal collection rarity.
Congratulations! I'm happy to hear that all came through for you.
Yeah, I just thought I'd tell you that because I remember when we were in Japan, I was literally dragging you around every single shop to try and find one, but we couldn't find one.
Oh, the worst thing I did to Jerome when we were in Japan is we went into one shop. I couldn't find what we were looking for. Then I said, "Oh, don't worry, I know this other place, but I can't really remember how to get to it." And Akihabara, we're going to walk down the thing until I eventually figure out where we are, where the store was. Eventually found it, navigating through. I know a little bit of Japanese enough to sort of ask for basic directions. We get to the store. It takes us like 2 hours or so to find it. And I take a look at the sign, get out my Google Translate to translate a few of the words I didn't recognize. I was like, and I nearly banged my head against the wall. He goes, "What?" And I went, "So remember that big multi-story in at the beginning?" Yeah, I went, "Yeah, they said they'd moved to the floor above them." So I literally dragged him around, and they did have what we were looking for in the end, but it's like we started in the right place, and our epic quest brought us right back to the beginning, where we found out that the thing we were looking for all along was friendship. He did still speak to me. He did still speak to me after that, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's positive. Well, let's get back to the game. So, after our long tangent, Vulkanos' field, not that impressive, I must say.
It's hard to play through that much interaction, to be honest. There was it wasn't an Iberi, but it was still Ash Blossom, Phantasy May coming down.
I'm a bit confused. Volt's trying to decide where he wants to put his monster, but there is already one extra monster zone that is full, so he can't.
Yeah, he needs to put it in the other one. But probably from his perspective, that looks like the empty one.
Yeah, that is it.
Because we're looking at it flipped. He's not looking at it flipped. So when he puts it there, it looks like he's done it wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're going to see Ash Blossom coming down on the Hulky Firebacks.
I'm currently working on a hologram technology where you would be able to see your opponent's board in a hologram, so it would make it much easier.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. I might get it done.
You can't be serious.
I might get it. I might get it done for the 45th Duel Links Invitational.
Right. So is this like your quarantine? Your quarantine project?
It is. Yeah.
You see, I feel a lot of respect for that. I'm still trying to make sure that I try to put myself up to time to write another article for my blog, but every time I sort of sit down to do it, I'm just like, well, there are other things I could be doing right now.
Like sleeping. Yeah, it's certainly been very draining. Anyway, let's get off the subject of how draining sleeping is for the entire day, and let's talk a little bit about Volt's field here. I feel like neither player has really gone super crazy in this game.
Yeah, no one's just had a clean combo turn.
Yeah.
And that is Glare.
Yeah, that's it's the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon.
Auroradon, yeah.
So that's going to help out quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, get myself 3 tokens. And then that's going to... Oh, he's probably asking his opponent has a response.
Yeah.
Effect Veiler, that's a good response.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would have brought back the Deathbot from the graveyard as well.
As well. So that would have been...
That's a pretty crippling Effect Veiler.
Yeah. Wow. Oof. Effect Veiler in 2020.
Better card, and it was a Starlight Rare. And he's going to be able to send a Eldritch card to the graveyard to add it back to the Eldritch back to his hand.
Yeah.
A Golden Land card from his hand to his graveyard, sorry.
Yeah, that is going to get hit by the Salmon Gate Trap.
Outer Trap. It's going really well for Vulkanos. Particularly in this this grind situation, because the Balynx is just going to get banished to keep the Sunlight Wolf down.
Yeah, I feel like both play I feel like we're not it's not like both players have got lots and they're grinding against each other. They really don't have much, and they're kind of clawing for resources. But
both be able to reload pretty well. There's 2 Golden Land cards in the graveyard for Vohlt, so he's going to be able to banish those up and get himself some interaction. The Sunlight Wolf is going to be able to keep those trap cards rolling. Yeah, that Effect Veiler was really good there. Exactly what he needed for because the game would have gone completely out of control had that Auroradon actually resolved. Yeah, and Sanguine and Elder Elixir of White Destiny.
I mean, yeah, if the Auroradon would have resolved, he would have just summoned 4 monsters to the field, right? That's...
Yeah,
regardless of where he goes from there, we can say he would have summoned 4 things.
Yeah, he would have probably pushed his opponent over pretty strongly there.
Yeah. But as always, the beauty of Yu-Gi-Oh! These guys are going to have to really think their way out of this situation. Yeah, you're right. I think we may have the pleasure of seeing the Golden Lord come back once again, or at least another attempt.
In his golden stilettos.
His golden stilettos, yeah. I feel like you like those stilettos a bit too much, man.
I just think they're a brave fashion choice, but if you're a giant zombie golden god, I guess you can generally do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Salamangreat's Circle going to be able to now come back to the hand of Vulkanos, so that will give him another search from his deck, or a protection-based effect. But it's going to be the search effect 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, production, can you just make a note that I'm going to buy Matt some golden stilettos for his birthday? Yeah, just make a note. Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just, don't give them to me, or at least give me the gift receipt.
I wasn't talking to you. It's unfortunate that the stream didn't hear that, but production did just burn Matt quite hard. So we'll let him recover from that while we see Vulkanos proceeding. Proceeding here.
I'll remember that.
Oh dear. Right. So, I mean, Vulkanos looks like he's still able to get out these big Salamangreat Link monsters.
Yeah, Heat Leo now being summoned up, which actually shuffles a spell or trap card on the field back into the deck, I believe.
Yeah, but of course, Volt's going to be able to chain that to get back the Golden Lord strutting onto the field once more.
Yep, and that's going to give him more graveyard fuel as well.
Yep. Yeah, so at least he's got. I say at least, but you know he's got the Eld Elixir of the Scarlet Sanguine now, as well as the Golden Lord, so he gets the full power of the elixir. So
except the only zombie card he's actually playing is the 2 copies of Eld Elixir Golden Lord, so it's not like he's getting anything else with it.
True.
It's a pretty good.
If he does play it, he can at least set another golden land from his deck.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the counter trap being reset, and then we're going to be seeing the Sanguine being flipped up, the Eld Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine.
Yep. Again, fueling that graveyard, and yeah, as you know, we've been talking about Eldritch quite a lot about how you know the idea of them kind of. They need to establish the Golden Lord, and then they're able to play their spells and traps at full power. So I feel like Volt's looking pretty good on those terms right now. He's got 2 of the Golden Lord.
Volt is actually forcing his opponent to play his cards very awkwardly. So he's not. Volt has to play. Is not getting maximum value out of the cards. The Effect Veiler was just really critical here into making sure that Vulkanos wasn't just not straight out of the game.
Yeah.
Looking at a Link Summon. Update Jammer.
Yeah, Vulkanos is really having to think about this, see where he wants to go, because, yeah, I mean, ideally he gets rid of both the Golden Lords here, right?
He's going to get Transcode Talker, I think, with those 2, right?
Yeah, looks like it. So that could be quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, since he's used the Update Jammer, I think he gets the double attack.
Yeah.
There we go. Access Code Talker. That is huge, and that might actually be able to just clean the game up by itself because he could just sweep his opponent.
Yeah, he just starts banishing those cards, and then.
Access Code Talker is just so brutal.
Yeah. Swing.
Hey, look, I've got all the attributes of the world, and I'm just gonna absolutely batter you. Wow. Yeah. Very, very well played. Vulkanos having the clutch Effect Veiler to just stay into the game and then just build himself up to an Access Code Talker to close the game out and knock Volt out of the tournament.
Isn't that the second time we've seen him do that now? I think he was the one with Access Code Talker again.
Yeah, Access Code Talker is just an incredible card. Like, really good card from Eternity Code. And yeah, he manages to play through. Nibiru doesn't show up again for him. And now he's actually in a best of 3 situation. He's in a little bit of he's in a stronger spot to be able to deal with his opponent's combo decks. He's played that really well.
Yeah. So yeah, we won't quite talk about it yet, but yeah, he gets access to his side deck now, which yeah, that's going to allow him to do
that changes
even
the
more.
nature. Yeah, it changes the nature of the tournament quite a lot, actually.